Long before humans carved myths into stone, the universe carved myths into light. Every star was a furnace of creation. Every nebula was a cradle of possibility. Every supernova was a revelation, a cosmic sermon delivered in fire. And ancient humans, though they lacked telescopes or equations, sensed something profound. The heavens were alive, not metaphorically, not symbolically, but truly, vibrantly alive. A realm of forces so immense that the only language early humans had for them was the language of gods. The first gods were not imagined. They were recognized in the cycles of the sun, recognized in the wandering of the planets, recognized in the storms of the sky and the rhythms of the seasons. The universe was not a void. It was a presence that shaped the world long before humanity learned to speak. Every ancient civilization begins with the same idea. In the beginning, there was chaos. The Greeks called it chaos. The Egyptians called it none. The Babylonians called it Tiamat. The Hebrews called it Tohu Vavohu. The Vedic texts called it Asat. The Chinese spoke of the formless Hundun. Different cultures, different languages, same intuition. Before order, there was disorder. Before creation, there was potential. Before the cosmos, there was the unshaped. Modern cosmology agrees. The early universe was a storm of energy and particles, a seething, boiling ocean of quantum fluctuations. Matter and antimatter annihilated each other in flashes of light. Gravity and expansion wrestled for dominance. Space itself stretched and twisted. Chaos was not a myth. It was a memory encoded in the cosmic background radiation, the oldest light in existence. A memory written into the atoms of our bodies. A memory that ancient humans somehow sensed, long before science gave it a name. Every myth that begins with chaos continues with the same event. Order emerges. In Egypt, Ra rises from the waters of Nun. In Babylon, Marduk slays Tiamat and forms the world from her body. In Greece, Gaia emerges from cows. In China, Panga separates heaven and earth. In India, the cosmic egg cracks open. These stories are not random. They are reflections of a cosmic truth. The universe organizes itself. Gravity gathers matter into galaxies. Galaxies form stars. Stars forge elements. Elements form planets. Planets give rise to life. Order is not imposed. It emerges. And ancient humans, watching the sky, recognized this pattern. They saw the constellations, fixed, reliable, eternal. They saw the planets, wandering, but predictable. They saw the seasons, cycling with perfect rhythm. The universe was not chaos. It was choreography, a dance of forces so vast that only myth could capture its scale. Of all the celestial beings, none shaped human consciousness more than the sun. Every civilization worshipped it. Every culture revered it. Every myth honored it. Not because it was bright, not because it was warm, but because it was constant. The sun rose every morning. The sun set every evening. The sun returned, without fail, for millions of years. In a world of uncertainty, storms, predators, famine, disease, the sun was the one thing humanity could trust. And so it became the first universal deity. Egypt, Ra, the solar king, sailing across the sky in his golden bark. Sumer, Utu, the judge of heaven, bringing truth and justice. India, Surya, the radiant charioteer. China, the three-legged sunbird, perched within the solar disk. Japan, Amaterasu, the sun goddess whose light sustains the world. The Americas, Inti of the Inca, Huitzilopochtli of the Aztecs, Kinich Ahau of the Maya. Different names, different stories, same recognition. The sun is the source of life. The sun is the first god, and modern science agrees. Every plant, every animal, every human being is powered by sunlight, energy forged in the heart of a star. We are not just children of Earth. We are children of the sun. If the sun was the first god, the moon was the first calendar. Its phases were the earliest measure of time. Its cycles guided planting, hunting, migration, and ritual. Its presence shaped tides, seasons, and the rhythms of life. Ancient humans did not simply observe the moon. They felt it. They felt its pull in the ocean. They felt its glow in the night. They felt its cycle in the body. And so the moon became a symbol of birth, death, rebirth, the eternal cycle. Sumer, Nana, the moon god, keeper of time. Egypt, Thoth, the lunar scribe, master of knowledge. China, Chang'e, the immortal moon maiden. India, Chandra, the luminous deity of night. The Maya, Nine Shell, goddess of fertility and cycles. The moon was not merely a light in the sky. It was a companion, a guide, a cosmic metronome. And modern science reveals something astonishing. Without the moon, Earth would be unrecognizable. Its gravitational pull stabilizes our planet's tilt, creating seasons. It slows Earth's rotation, making life possible. It shapes tides, which may have been crucial for the emergence of early life. The moon is not just a satellite. It is a partner, a celestial twin that has shaped life for billions of years. Ancient humans sensed this long before science confirmed it. To ancient sky watchers, most stars were fixed, eternal, unmoving, reliable. But 5 lights behaved differently. They wandered. They drifted across the sky, moving against the backdrop of the constellations. They brightened and dimmed. They reversed direction. They vanished and reappeared. These were the planets, though ancient humans did not yet know their nature. To them, the wandering lights were divine. Mercury, the swift messenger. Venus, the radiant goddess of love and war. Mars, the red warrior. Jupiter, the king of the heavens. Saturn, the slow, distant elder. Every civilization assigned them personalities. Every myth gave them stories. Every priesthood tracked their movements with reverence. And here is the astonishing part. The myths match the astronomy. Venus's retrograde cycle mirrors Inanna's descent into the underworld. Mars's red glow mirrors the god of war. Jupiter's massive presence mirrors the king of gods. Saturn's slow orbit mirrors the god of time. Ancient humans were not guessing. They were interpreting. The planets were not symbols. They were characters in a cosmic drama, a drama humanity was part of. Before writing, before cities, before history, humans created the first maps. They were not drawn on stone or clay. They were drawn on the sky. Constellations were not just pictures. They were stories, stories that carried knowledge across generations. A hunter, a serpent, a queen, a ship, a lion. These images were memory devices, cosmic mnemonics that encoded migration routes, seasonal changes, agricultural cycles, weather patterns, navigation paths, moral lessons, cosmic origins. The sky was a library. The constellations were its books, and every culture read them differently. Yet somehow, the themes were the same. A hero who rises, a monster who falls, a cycle of death and rebirth, a cosmic battle between order and chaos. These stories were not inventions. They were reflections of the universe itself. The constellations were humanity's first attempt to understand the cosmos, and in doing so, to understand themselves. As civilizations grew, a new class emerged: the sky priests. They were not merely religious leaders. They were astronomers, mathematicians, philosophers, and historians. They tracked the heavens with precision. They recorded eclipses, comets, and planetary motions. They built calendars that guided entire civilizations. They interpreted celestial events as messages from the gods. In Sumer, they watched from ziggurats. In Egypt, from temple rooftops. In Babylon, from the great observatory of Esagila. In China, from imperial towers. In Mesoamerica, from step pyramids aligned with the sun. These priests were the first scientists, though they would not have used that word. To them, the sky was not a puzzle. It was a scripture, a divine text written in light. And they believed humanity's purpose was to read it. Thank you for watching. You are part of this cosmic story now. Subscribe, and let's keep exploring the universe together.